Okay, we want to give friends and family and loved ones and lovers a chance to come on in. All right. I know I got at least one friend that is making her way. So, of course, anything that we do is timeless around here. So, it doesn't really matter when you would see this. So, we're going to just go ahead and allow the Holy Spirit to come on in. Come on in the room. Okay. So, there's so much to say. There's so much coming in. Um I know where to start, but I don't know where to start. So, I'm trying. I don't want to overthink it, but I'll say that I wanted to jump on tonight because this is the second full moon in Capricorn during Cancer season. With that being said, like there's a whole that's that's a rare occurrence. I think I'm still learning, so I don't know, but I know that this isn't happening any other time of the year. I don't see any other times where the full moon is in the same sign during the same sun sign season, if that makes sense. So, just to kind of make it plain, on June 21st, we had a full moon. June 21st is the beginning of Cancer season. We had a full moon, Cancer season, but the moon, of course, was in Capricorn. And then now here we are. That was right after the summer solstice. Now we're moving into, about to go into Leo season, but the full moon is still technically in Cancer. Sorry, the full moon is technically still in Capricorn. It will move tomorrow. Um, might be actually moving into it now, but either way, it'll move into it tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow. And it's still Cancer season on the calendar. That's why, from what I'm learning, um, the moon cycles are a little bit shorter than a calendar month. I think they're about like 29 and a half days or something like that. So there comes times, and it depends on the year. It depends on a leap year. Just depends on how the days play out. But the moon kind of does these spectacular things at different times because that's just how it plays out. And what it says to me is that it's another reminder, of course, to be present, but it's also one of those things where it's like, I don't think this stuff is happening for nothing. You know, it just kind of makes me respect the power of the moon. Of course, the sun, the entire planet, the entire universe is powerful. Um, but during these times when the moon does these, or the sun even, they do these fun things. You know, of course, we have eclipses and all kinds of things, all kinds of things that happen um, at different times. And science has been, we've been able to predict when these things are going to happen. I mean, down to the minute. We know when certain things are going to happen, and that's a beautiful thing. So, I'm just saying all that to say that as I've become more engaged in some events, I'm learning more and more about how powerful. Sorry. Something spectacular is gonna happen tonight, baby. Bill with 8:44 on the clock. I don't know why my throat was like jamming up on me, but Okay. I just want to share with everybody. So the first thing, so just to kind of share what I would like to do tonight is first ground us. Um, and then I think I would like to do a collective Reiki session where I'll just take about 2 to 3 minutes to scan our chakras as a collective, and see what comes up. And I'm trying to think whether I should do that before or after my. I'll probably do that after my messages, but I do have some messages that I was given earlier today that I want to share. And then we will pull some cards, and then we will clear, and we'll call it a night. So, yeah. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and ground so that we can allow our divine spirit team to come in and guide us this evening. Make sure that we invite in all of our ancestors. So go ahead and get comfortable if you can, and close your eyes or lower your gaze if it's safe to do so. And go ahead and start taking your deep breaths in through your nose, long breaths out through your mouth. And just allow yourself to continue to breathe in and breathe out. Go ahead and connect to oneness, centering ourselves, connecting to the divine, the most high, the shining star and bright light above your head. And with every breath in and every breath out, allow our bodies to become more and more relaxed, relaxing the muscles in our face, starting at the crown of our heads, just allowing that loving, calming energy to run down over our forehead, clearing and activating our third eye, down over our face, relaxing our jaws, allowing your tongue to fall to the bottom of your mouth, breathing in and breathing out. Allow our throat chakra to be activated, removing and releasing any blockages. Allow that energy to run down over your shoulders into our hands, allowing our hands to feel heavy. And as you allow those deep inhales and long exhales in and out, allow your heart space to be open. With every exhale, releasing any blockages in your heart, anything that's stopping us from feeling in this moment. And when you're ready, allow that calming energy to run down into our solar plexus, relaxing us, allowing us to feel free to just love on ourselves in this moment. Allowing ourselves to not feel anxious for taking time to pour into our cup. Allowing that energy to calm us, and allowing ourselves to truly be present and not feel guilty or shameful for taking this moment to ourselves. And when you're ready, allow that calming energy to run down through our sacral chakra, releasing any tension, any frustration, any energy that doesn't belong to us, calling our energy, feeling or needing validation outside of ourselves. We release it now and continue to allow that energy to pour down into our root, located at the base of your spine or the soles of your feet. Allow that calming energy, like warm honey butter, to just run out the bottom of our feet, down into the earth. And just imagine your energetic roots growing out, penetrating the earth, and running all the way down into her core, wrapping our energy around the core of the earth. Just seeing this red, large crystal shining, radiating, just illuminated with energy. And just allow yourself to feel that connection. You may feel tingling or warming sensation on the soles of your feet. Just allow yourself to connect with that energy in this moment. And as you absorb the energy and the warmth and the comfort and support and stability from the earth, allow yourself to see the light being that's there, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and just allow her to give you a gift in this moment, a gift of love. You can give her a releasing of anything you want to give up in this moment. Just allow to see what message or what download comes in right now. Don't be afraid to give it up and take what she has for you. And when you're ready, just allow that loving energy every time you inhale to just fill back up, replenishing your soul from the bottom all the way back up, allowing ourselves to feel safe, protected, and fully supported. Breathing in love and exhaling fear. We are safe, sovereign, and we thank Mother Earth for always supporting us and always being our source of grounding. It is done. Somebody. Y'all. Somebody. It's okay though. We're going to push through. We're going to push through because we are protected. Okay. All right. I hope that felt great. So what I'm learning about the full moon energy that is occurring right now is that it's very potent and powerful for what Capricorn and Cancer represent. And for those of us who may have Cancer and or Capricorn as a strong placement in our birth charts. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. I think that's it. um, I'm here to deliver a message that hopefully will be triggering in a way where you feel challenged, but you also feel prepared. So it's one thing to be challenged, but it's another thing to be challenged and prepared. So I'm hoping that you walk away from this feeling prepared. So, as many of you probably already know or feel, there's a lot of change and transformation happening right now, right? We are on the second half of the year. And this particular full moon is called the buck moon or the thunder moon. Buck is for the this is where the Native Americans basically named this moon the buck moon, because the buck or the male deer's antlers are they're full grown. I was getting ready to say full bloom, but their antlers are full grown. And so that energy is it comes with a coming of age type of a sense of coming with age, or coming of age rather. It's also a time for us to recognize our own power and strength. It's a grounding type of energy. There's a heavy sense of grounding during this time. So during this week, we're going to want to make time to be intentional with grounding and what I call pounding the earth. I'll give you some examples of what that means. This is also a time for us to be thankful for our responsibilities. So that's that Capricorn energy, that earth energy. And I believe Capricorn is also a cardinal sign, and we can look up cardinal signs in a second, but that's what that represents. It's a very grounding, very earthly and labor kind of energy. Okay. Earth signs tend to be routine. They tend to be very proud of their work. They tend to, like nice things or want nice things, or not afraid of being kind of consistent to get the material things that they like or that they desire or want. Cancer jumps in here because there's a very nurturing type of energy that comes with Cancer. And like I said, during this time, we're being encouraged to be thankful for our earthly responsibilities, and we are to take them with dignity. Okay. So that means not being frustrated, not allowing ourselves to get bent out of shape about the things that we have to do as a responsibility, as a grown up, coming of age. This is what we have to do. Okay. I want you to be very, be easy. So there's a reminder to be very nurturing to yourself. Okay. And I'm going to get into why in a second. But we are in a time where we have to pay attention and kind of learn from nature. And what that says to me is to be fully present. So when you think about, like, there's a saying about flowers and how A flower is not concerned about what's going to happen to it. It's just going to bloom, right? And just look at nature around us, right? Things happen naturally. Nature, natural, right? Things, the animals, the trees, the grass, the flowers, when they have the right conditions, they do what they're supposed to do naturally. They flourish naturally. Um, so this is a time for us to learn from that, learn from nature on how to be fully present and to live up to our true calling. So thinking of ourselves as that flower or that plant that just pushes towards the light. We enjoy the rain, we take whatever comes, right? That's where we are right now, fully present. Okay. Um and I believe the thunder portion of this moon is due to apparently the thunderstorms that happen in July, which is crazy because I've only known that to happen in the last, I say maybe like, what's this, 2024? I say maybe the last 10 years, maybe, where we've had to, where at least where I'm from, on the East Coast, I don't recall when I was younger the month of July having a lot of thunderstorms. But working in construction, and having to document weather delays when you are working on a project that you might be outside, or you may be working on a site job, or you may be doing the site work portion or earthwork portion of your project where the weather significantly impacts you. And a lot of times when we are trying to do any type of project where there's earthwork or site work involved, we try to do them during the warmer months because it just, it's easier. But I recall a few years ago, I say somewhere between 2016 and 2018, where we were downpours throughout the month of July. Every single evening there was a downpour in the month of July, where we literally, the next day, we would call it a mud day. You could not do anything. The site was just covered in mud. Okay. And I had to document those weather delays, and that's when I started to realize that we actually broke a record back then for the rainiest or the wettest July in history. I think it's like every 100 years or so. So long story short, now apparently these thunderstorms are like something that has happened before. I don't recall it, but I've known it to happen over the last 10 years. Okay, so it's kind of the thing now, which I really appreciate them. I enjoy them. I like a thunderstorm. I can sleep. I love a thunderstorm. So that is why this moon is also called the thunder moon, is because the Native Americans said that came with the season. So there's a reminder to also embrace that energy of the weather that comes with this season. So we're moving into the month of August. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we're going to get through July because we got a few days left. And with this energy of the second full moon in Capricorn during Cancer season, we this week could possibly be a little bit much, between, particularly emotionally. And like I said, I'll get into that as well. But the thunder moon is a reminder of the raw power and beauty of nature and the weather of this season. So we all know that, that nature can be extremely powerful. I believe that I think it was Burrell. There was a hurricane recently in Texas, and that may be another thing, is that down in like the Caribbean and areas like that, I believe that their hurricane season starts a few months before ours. So we typically, I believe our hurricane season may be like September through October or November, something like that, where down south or further south, it starts a little bit sooner. So maybe that's kind of where this moon has also gotten its name from, because we end up getting these storms. So we can look into that some more, but that's kind of what I'm getting. So what else? So like I said, there's all of us during this week through the end of the month, to make sure that we are intentional and setting time aside for grounding. I have a grounding meditation on my YouTube channel. I think I'm going to build some other playlists so that people know where to find certain things. Um, and that's one of us, a 5-minute Medicine Man guided meditation. It's 5.5 minutes. You don't have to do anything but find a comfortable place to breathe and just listen to the prompts. So grounding, I think what will be really powerful, or at least something that I'm going to make an effort to do, is some outdoor meditations. Maybe I can get a chance to record some. But if you have a chance and you found a meditation, particularly mine, listen to it while you sit in the grass. I'm a firm believer of putting your ass in the grass. So find some time to sit in the grass, or you can sit on the sand, or you can just imagine it. You can sit or lay on your couch, the floor, but I would encourage us to really do this outside. Um, Outdoor meditations is going to be very helpful in releasing and freeing ourselves this week, because right now this energy is going to open up some very deep truths. Okay, it's going to be a test of us being ready to ascend to the next level. Okay, so we're like right at the end of that Capricorn and Cancer, where we could be triggered at work. It's not a time for us to project our emotions onto anyone at this moment. It's really a time for us to really sit with them and allow ourselves to show up in those emotions or with those emotions differently, to show what we've learned. Okay. You can also take long walks. You can do physical labor. That could mean like cleaning out a closet, a garage, it could be like, this is a time to move and find some activity, or do like a physical activity, physical labor. This is a time to take care of your body. So this is, you're not overworking, you're just working. Okay, you are allowing that energy to be grounded through working the earth. Okay. Like I mentioned, this is a time to be mindful and practice our mindfulness in the present moment. And there may come sometimes this over the next week or so where you will see or find yourself having to be mindful in that present, like fully being present. Okay. As far as taking care of your body, that means to do healthy things, healthy eating or clean eating as much as possible. So maybe you decide to, if there's a day of the week that you want to fast, maybe you exercise that this week. If there's a day of the week that you want to just be plant-based, that may be something you want to do this week. I hear detoxing. For me, it's like a confirmation of continuing to detox. Maybe it's alcohol. Maybe it's marijuana. Maybe it's prescription or medication. I don't want anybody to not take their medicine that they need to take. But if it's something that's been laid on your heart and it's something that you think you can handle, it might be a time to do something like that, to kind of free yourself and allow this energy of this moon to help you free yourself from anything that you feel is not necessarily good for you right now. Okay. There's also an encouragement to like serve the community right now, or this week rather. So it may be something that you want to do socially. It may be you might want to feed the homeless. You might want to I don't know, donate something, but you will probably also find some gratification in releasing some of that energy with serving the community, okay, or doing something for the community. All right. What else? Let's see. Oh, so something that can, or a couple things that can help, like facilitate this moving to the next level, is possibly reconnecting with our spirit guides, but reconnecting with our spirit animals, our animal spirit guides is what I was trying to say. Um, sorry. um, so those spirit guides that could be helpful in this moment are the whale spirit. Okay, and if you all like me to look those up, I can look those up. But the whale spirit, the turtle, of course, the deer. You mentioned the deer already. And I think there's a couple of birds as well that could be good for us in this moment. So if you think of those animals and how they move, how they operate, I actually saw like a video, I think it was on Instagram today. It was a little turtle. He was like on a deck and he was like bathing on the deck and like the pier of a lake or something. And all these little butterflies, like I've never even seen butterflies that small, but they were like all flying around his head. And I was reading because I didn't know what like was happening. I read some of the comments and it sounds like butterflies like they're drawn to like the turtle's tears, or they're drawn to their eyes. Um it appeared that, I don't know if he was annoyed. He didn't jump in the water or anything. He just kind of moved his head around, but they were like all over his face. And but that's something new I learned about turtles and butterflies. I'd never seen that before. But I was just saying that the spirit of a turtle, the spirit of a whale, when I think of those animals, even deer and some birds, they are not very fast moving types of energies. So this is a time that's really a pause. Okay, you can stay focused on your goals and you're working the earth, but it is not necessarily a time for you to go hard. It's more of a pause, a reset of mindfulness, a reset of um, being present and allowing. Because from what I've experienced over the past few months, we've been in this kind of chaotic energy. Like I said, I don't like to call it chaotic because chaotic makes it sound like it's out of control. And it's not in our control, but it's not affecting us the way that it used to. That energy is clearing out, and we're kind of like, I think by September, October, November timeframe, we'll be moving. We'll truly be, I guess, the fruits of our labor, I'll call it, from all of the work that we've been doing this first half of the year and even now. Okay. So those animals, we can look them up, but if you have time, I don't know if we have time tonight, but you may want to look those animals up for yourself. Uh, This is a time to let go of what's not serving you. And because of the emotional, the deep emotional uprooting that's going to happen over the next week or so, um, you're probably going to want to surround yourself with your soul tribe. Okay, people that you love and trust you. This is not necessarily a time where you are trying to be catered to or coddled. It's more of a time where you want to be around people who can help you steady yourself, calm yourself, reset, keep you present. You know, um, those are the people you want to surround yourself with this week. Uh, People that you know will help you take care of your heart, because the message that I've received is we're going to have to do a lot of nurturing of our hearts this week. So don't be afraid of that. Okay, that's that Cancer energy. That Cancer energy is emotional, it's nurturing, it has a motherly, feminine type of energy to it. Um, but it's a reminder to kind of pour into ourselves, pour into your heart. Okay. So, like I said, anything that resonates with you when it comes to your, like what you like to do on earth that helps you ground and center your heart space or balance your heart space, do those things. If you like to go by the beach or hear the waves, do that. If you can't go to the beach, you can always, there's all kinds of, it's a click of a button these days, okay, for us to listen to those wave sounds. But definitely get outside. Definitely get outside. Allow yourself to touch the earth. Okay. Um, what else? What else? Oh, I wanted to get outside in my hammock because I wanted to see the moon tonight, but I believe there's some stuff going on in the solar system. I think there's some type of meteor or asteroid or something going on. But I also have heard about, um, I think if you sit out 10 minutes staring at the sky, you'll see like a shooting star or a falling star. Like it's like happened that often. We just don't tend to look up that often. Um, but if you have an opportunity to look up at the sky, allow ourselves to focus on the area or the space where the forest meets the universe. So just picture yourself like laying down in this safe field of grass or meadow, looking up at the sky and allowing yourself to see where the trees meet the stars. That's a very that sounds like a really good a good visual to me, of calming. It sounds very, very relaxing and very, I don't know, kind of euphoric, I guess. Okay. Let's see. I may have some affirmations for us as well, but I think before I do that, let me share. Okay. So, a full moon, of course, occurs when the sun and moon are exactly opposite of each other or one another. In this case, the sun shines at 29 degrees Cancer while the moon illuminates 29 degrees Capricorn. This is our second full moon, like I mentioned, in Capricorn of the year, making it a powerful blue moon that invites us to unearth deep truths and transform our reality. Yeah. I thought a blue moon was in the same month, but no worries. All right. Okay. So, blue moon in Capricorn themes: resilience, release, lessons, evolution, truth, and progress. Okay. Resilience, we talked about, you have healed and you are, no longer emotionally triggered by some of the things that emotionally triggered you before. Okay. Of course, the full moons are always for releasing. So, I got something good for you too. Um, You have learned certain lessons, and you are evolving. Those lessons have allowed you to evolve. So now you are moving forward, um, evolving into this new you. Okay, truth. I know I love truth. Okay, um, so that's why I meant, like, when I said to make sure that you possibly surround yourself with your soul tribe. And I know people may feel differently. At least that's the message that I get from the way it doesn't always feel good. But I don't think it's meant to do that. I think it's meant to allow us to ascend. I do not think that we get better from being comfortable. Okay. We are in a place of transformation. Growth is facilitated by change. You change is a catalyst for growth. So in this season of transformation, we have to be able to take the truths that may hurt and understand what they are here to teach us. Okay. So that's why I said to surround yourself with people who know how to love on you, speak truth to you in a way that you can receive it. Okay. We're not here to surround ourselves with people who are going to coddle us or allow us to stay stagnant. People that are going to allow us to, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, tell us what we want to hear. That's not necessarily your soul tribe. Okay, your soul tribe is here because they love you, and love corrects. Okay, in love. That's the most important part. In love. All right. Oh, you are a leader. That's another thing. You're a leader in this season. You're a leader. You are leading the way. You are leading the charge. A lot of us are probably generational curse breakers. We're not afraid to do the shadow work. We're not afraid to heal our inner child. We're not afraid to be open and honest or vulnerable, even. So you're probably finding a little bit of back and forth with that energy because you're breaking so much off. You're breaking so much away. It's like you're the chosen one to sever the ties and allow your dreams to come true. Allow your childhood imagination to come back. Allow all of the thick, dense programming from our families, even. Like, I'm just gonna be real. I recently lost my grandmother, my mother's mother, a week before her 85th birthday, and her birthday was last Wednesday. I know that the curse on our family came, I don't want to just say it was on her side, because I saw different elements of that spirit in my maternal grandfather's family, and also in my paternal grandparents and their families. So I'll just say this because I know that some people probably can resonate. If you can resonate with generational curse breaking right now, you are probably breaking the chains of incest, molestation, domestic violence or abuse, alcoholism, infidelity, or like unhappy marriages or relationships. Definitely codependency, like breaking that off. But I also get I just got the I just heard sexual immorality. That's a heavy one. That's a heavy one, not just like in my, with family, but when I look at the world and how people have just allowed sex to become so demonic. And I think that that's one of the most intimate things you can do with another human being. And when it becomes very low vibrational, it strips away like the beauty of it and what it could be. Where when we stoop that low with our bodies, the energies and the spirits that attach themselves to us, when we that's the biggest sin. There's a scripture that says, like, above all, sexual immorality is the worst. Okay? And we are in a world of human trafficking. We have people, unfortunately, that are trafficking children. Like, y'all know. So I don't even want to go into that, but I'm just sharing that those things are being broken off. Okay? So they're not going down easy. Okay? So we got to be ready. Let's see what else we have here. Sorry. Progress, lessons, evolution, truth, and progress, moving forward. But this is not about running. This is not a sprint. Okay, this is a marathon, and this is a part of the marathon where we're kind of taking a pause and we're moving in stride. We're just moving, we're just staying present and one foot in front of the other. Okay. All right. So I got a couple messages for the signs. Hopefully people can appreciate that. Hope I got internet, child. This thing. All right. Aries, stay the course. Taurus, open your mind and heart. Gemini, confront discomfort. Cancer, expand your circle. Leo, fortify your mind-body connection. Virgo, put your creativity to work. Libra, prioritize stability and security. Scorpio, build community. Sagittarius, cultivate gratitude. Capricorn, give yourself a break. Aquarius, lean on your spirituality. Pisces, set boundaries around social media. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? Do we have anything else? I think we talked about all that. One more. Remain patient. This is for everybody. Remain patient and be persistent through challenges while maintaining a positive mindset. Focus on fine-tuning your approach to achieve even better results. Commit to mastering a skill that will support your long-term objectives. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable milestones to help you stay motivated. All right. I'll get into the affirmations in a second. But all right. So, radical nurturing is what we're doing this week. Okay? Water and earth. Water and earth. Something is being illuminated. Okay? So we're shining the light on the shadow. Okay? Here's the kicker. There's a 16-year cycle that's being closed out. And I literally just said that to a friend about a couple hours ago. There's a 16-year cycle that's being closed out by Pluto. All right. And I don't get me going with the planets right now. I'm still taking it. I know that Pluto, from what I understand, represents like a death and rebirth. Okay. And Pluto is moving into Aquarius. All right. I believe this is the age of Aquarius this year anyway. But Pluto has been, where is it? Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Maybe it was in Pisces. But either way, I think it's moving backwards and it's going to go direct. But long story short, there's a 16-year cycle that is closing out right now. A lot of you may feel that. You may resonate with that. So I'm talking about 2008-ish to now. All right. There's something that was happening over this time frame where that door is being closed, and we're moving into another, I want to call it dimension, but we're definitely moving into another timeline. Okay. The next level of ourselves, a higher version of ourselves. And here is why we want to pause this week. Here is the reason why we're not being told to go hard. Even though you're being called to ground, you're not necessarily being called to work hard, okay, or sprint. Because some of the goals that you have right now, you might realize by the end of the week or by the end of the month that those goals are attached to your old self. Message. Those goals might be attached to your old self. So give yourself the week to nurture your heart, to love on yourself, to surround yourself by your soul tribe. Give yourself to the end of the month, okay, to reset. All right, because this is an ending, like a long cycle that's coming to an end. And of course, there's no final death. We just continue to transform, right? We'll always transform. But Pluto moving into Aquarius is not going to happen again during our lifetime. Okay, so there is a reclaiming, kind of like I said about going back to that childhood imagination. There's a reclaiming of ourselves that's happening right now, and you may not resonate with certain goals possibly by the end of the month, maybe between September